Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pathologic 3. It's a new game. It's a new year. It's a new me. It's the same me. I haven't changed. It's true. Today we have Omniscia, Alan, lovely moderator. Our voice of Artemy from the previous game is taking a spectator seat for this one. So this Pathologic is just gonna be me. And it's gonna be blind, and it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna fuck it up real bad. A new game, same plague, same town, same actors, different approach entirely. But yeah, thank you all for coming in. I just fucking got home from running a whole bunch of errands. But now we're back, and now we're ready to go. And now we're... What are you doing? Oh, no. Computer. Oh my god, what the hell is going on here? This. It's you. Okay. Sorry. Thank you all for watching me adjust my hair. It's also mirrored, which isn't helping me. Okay. Let's get to the fucking game. This is stupid. Hi. Here we go. As always, please let me know if the game is too loud. We're running a new one. I'm running with different adjustments. And yeah, so.
I am Daniil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. All my life I have been studying death, the greatest boundary holding humanity back. The powers that be were frightened of my search. My lab in the capital was about to be closed. But it cannot be denied that some phenomena...
no, the screen was hiccuping on my end. It was actually my fault.
Strangest, most remote parts of our country.
I think I've fixed it now, though.
Little towns that are yet to be explored by forward-thinking minds. People accept the supposed imminence of death way too easily. We meekly follow our life's path to it, like cattle to the slaughter. But we shouldn't. My search for immortality has brought me rumors of one, Simon Kane, a supposedly immortal man, living in one such town. He might be just the proof all my theories need. The final patient. I need to find him, or else all my life's work is doomed.
Did those little street urchins just rob me? Turn the game down a touch. I see no subtitles. Okay, well. My thoughts, conclusions, deliberations. To see the events of a specific day, press its number on the circle. The immortal man. Simon Kane, an alleged immortal, lives in this town. Understanding him is the only way to save my Thanatica. Are you chasing shadows again, Dankovsky? I barely stepped off the train, and my things were immediately stolen. Ah, the joys of rural life. Without my tools, I'm useless. I must find the prototype and the microscope. They're vital. So this is where we started. Okay. What a lovely familiar map. Hey, remember when I had those Tuesday thoughts? Good times. I say, a living, breathing person stepping off our train. This is gonna take me a little bit longer as I have to read the responses as well. As far as my career is concerned, I suppose I'm more on the far side of the grave than the near. But some say that resurrection is not impossible. Where did you come from? The capital. Danil Dankovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. I am told a supposed immortal man, Simon Kane, lives here. I have come to study him. Right. Do you city folk always take 20 trunks of shirts with you? Or did you manage to cut it down to 10, sir? Shirts? You dimwit, my equipment is in there. Do you even know what a microscope is? Let alone the one-of-a-kind anti-dispersion device prototype. Well, why didn't it make the kids disperse? It's an I mean, it's not for that, any more than a microscope is for hammering nails. Which the children are probably already doing while we stand here talking. Aye, hammering nails is usually best done with a hammer. Says so right in the name. Sorry, my cat just peeled the fuck out in the hallway. Are you good? Cool. Are you going to help me catch the thieves or not, genius? It's just kids being kids. No need to be mean to them. What? Should I thank them? Give them candy? Exactly! You need your shirt so bad, why don't you go looking for the tots that ran away with them? Just ask them nicely. These kids are like magpies. They'll... Oh, pizza time. Kids are like magpies, boy. Realize that you have rewarded him for chaos, you monster. Hey, bud. Come on. Hey. If you won't do it, I'll do it. He is peeled in. These are from Annie Danny. I don't think you care who they're from. All right. I don't want to reward the boy for chaos. That means more chaos. These kids are like magpies. They'll trade you precious linens from the capital back in exchange for bits of colored glass or even a story. But whatever you do, don't hurt them. Not shirts, instruments, but I get the idea. Say, is the capital a real place? What kind of question is that? The Kanes come from the capital and made our town, but no other real people have come from there ever since. So I was thinking, perhaps Simon Kane simply... Time to peel out again. I was thinking perhaps Simon Kane simply made up the capital, along with everything else. What do you mean they made you? No, never mind. Trunks first, Canes later. Have a nice day. Sometimes I need to take a step back from the moment and think logically through something. It helps me piece the picture together. My luggage. I'm useless without my tools. Follow the thieves' trail of ripped suitcases. Microscope and prototype matter the most. No help at all. Such a serene place. If immortality still exists in our country, it would be here. Locals treat children with strange deference. I'll have to catch the thieves myself. New shoes? May I introduce you to Station Mud? I can't see without my glasses! Some objects can be useful. I can spot them easily if I concentrate. Some thoughts will affect your mental state. Backwards. Mindless, meaningless vandalism. Priceless medical text gutted like fish. Worse than stealing morphine, just empty destruction by illiterate punks. Bromide! Increase inhibition in the cerebral cortex, which is to say, dulls one's brain. Sometimes you need just that. It's addictive and less effective with every use. Oh, hell yeah, I get to do drugs about it. My head splitting open from the local air. Bromide split open, lithium split open, magnesium split open. Damn it all to hell! I didn't bring heaps of leaves. The most fragile ones didn't break. Friends will honor my victory. When I return, there will be a celebration there too. Or enemies will rejoice at the collapse of my endeavors. The suitcase on the bottom isn't mine. If they wanted to joyride on the cart, they could have at least left the suitcases. It's like I'm following the trail to a fresh-smelling pie. Thankfully, my analysis kit is safe. I didn't touch the chemicals. Could have accidentally drunk the vitriol. Brewing coffee takes too long. Chewing on roasted beans, on the other hand, is perfect. Valerian extract, a sedative, sometimes even Bachelor Dankovsky drinks the timeless classics. Tobacco! Cigarettes are thought to have a calming effect, but nicotine is, in fact, a stimulant. Stimulant and rubefacient camphor causes irritation just like everything else in this damn place. A beetle. Some arthropods live forever, others not even a day. But to children, they're all one thing. Shiny. I'm glad. Listen, again, like I was saying, I think it's important to warn people of serious things. A shame. All the perfumes of the capital would not sweeten this little town. Mania is peaking. Steady now, Dankovsky. Find a sedative. Calomel. A universal medicine made of mercury chloride. Cures everything minor, restores the body. Alchemists of old were wise to respect the strange liquid metal. It is an appetite suppressant as well. Or at least nicotine is. Should have traveled lighter. What if I never get the chance to go home? Water. Common water is a versatile solvent that breaks various substances down into their component ions. Irreplaceable in any mixture. Belladonna. Poisonous plant once used to put comely gleam in one's eyes. Highly toxic, not to be consumed unprocessed. Alright, drink the bromide, Dankovsky. That didn't cure much at all. You little shits! Hey you! Back off, you! Get away from the girls, and from me too! I ain't afraid of Uncle Ron, he boozes up, and I ain't afraid of you neither. I got a knife! You can't hurt us, got it? My nerves are hanging on by a thread this thin. Do you want to see what happens when it finally snaps? Your hands are shaking and you got those crazy eyes. Uncle Rowan gets those eyes too when he reaches for a second bottle and it shakes. And then he picks fights. But don't even think about picking a fight with me. I got a real knife, I do. What the hell are you babbling on about? And Jake has got one too. We all got knives, actually. I'm a scientist. I'm here to conduct a breakthrough research, not to chase like some mongrel after a bunch of kids, after my suitcases, after the last drop of human dignity left in me. Frightening extremes. It's hard for me to talk to people when I'm too apathetic or manic. I'll need to stabilize my condition first. I cannot talk. The world is abuzz with mania. Head to swing. My state of mind can be changed with drugs. Some make me more apathetic, others make me more manic. I need to keep an eye on my mental state and supply of drugs.
The cinematograph stops.
Are we good now?
Nuh-uh. It's quiet. It's dead already. A dead heart keeps beating for 40 days. That's what my mom says. Couldn't have been dead that long. Do it. Tack it on. It won't fit in there. It just won't. Told you we should have stuck it in the belly, not the mouth. Life's in the belly. Everyone knows that. Nope. A locomotive's life sits in the front with the driver. That's where the fire is, so the heart should be there too. That's what Boulder told me.
What do you have there? My prototype. Looks like it's still intact.
Ah, be gone, vile snake! You killed the other trains, didn't you? It's 'cause of you they don't come to us no more. We were wondering and we didn't know why they kept dying. We got a whole graveyard. They're all rusted up and they can't go anywhere. And it's because of you. You stole the train's heart for yourself and you carried it away in a suitcase and now the train's all dead.
Is it bad to do too many drugs, or can you take like 50 uppers and 50 downers and nothing happens? Well... No. However, I'm determined to find out whether the answer to that is yes in this game. You said yourself the train's heart is at the front. I rode in a carriage in the middle. How could I get to the heart then?
Through the bowels, like all men could do.
You don't get to the heart through the bowels, my young friend. You'll hit quite a different body part first. Pathologic 3's innovation of multiple people in a conversation. Yeah, I am realizing now that you say that, that never happened in 2 at any point. It was always a one-on-one conversation. Group scenes have been invented.
Without it, the train stopped wailing. Stopped moving too, that means it's dead. So this is its heart. Obvious, right?
I don't know how to make you all understand that my prototype has nothing to do with the train. Look, they're made of different metals.
Well, you know, a man doesn't look very shiny on the outside either. And inside he's all red. No, he's right. The body has different layers, but all the meat is made of meat. That's what Grandpa Burak said.
Look, my prototype is not the train's heart, and it certainly won't repair it, but it is an interesting thing in itself. So let's make a deal. You give it back, and I'll tell you how it works.
I don't know.
Oh, hello. There will be corpses in the tail. A whole pile of them.
These corpses, were they stabbed or strangled? The kin was never cut, they only strangled, so if they were stabbed, kin didn't do it.
Look, here, let me take the prototype. I won't run away, I promise. To wind it up, all you need to do is turn the handle on this clockwise.
People, yes. Got skin, covered in skin. That's what they are. People.
People covered in skin.
To prime it, hold this crank and turn it clockwise.
Chief. Hello?
Oh, for crying out loud, your mind's flown away again. Prime the what now? This morgue is swimming in a gas leak from Lab 102. I heard the alarm.
That's right, I pulled the alarm.
Because of the chlorine from Lab 102. Anyway, the crank is stiff, so you'll have to turn it with some force. Clayton, are you crazy? There's a gas leak. What did you call me in here for? We have to seal the morgue and evacuate quickly.
No, Daniil, what we have to do is load that prototype you're fiddling with and use it to get into the morgue. A woman rose from the dead in there, and it will be, I think you'll agree, extremely frustrating if she dies again. We must get her out. An unenviable fate indeed. I was collecting tissue samples to determine the onset of rigor mortis when I heard a noise. I turned around and, holy smokes, a woman was sitting up on the gurney, stiff as a poker, rasp in her throat. I started towards her, but then I smelled the gas and pulled the alarm lever.
Chlorine isn't known for bringing back the dead. But if the woman was brought here by mistake, alive, perhaps the gas could have irritated her mucous membranes enough to wake her.
Chief, you're braiding another one of your chains of hypotheticals. We need practical observations. Pull out the patient, then write the monograph, not the other way around.
You're right. Tell me what I should do with this device, this prototype, I think you called it.
I already told you, but fine. Let's go over it again. You're holding an experimental prototype meant to dissipate tuberculosis miasma. Remember the consumption task force? Kaufman, Gorski, Anna Stein?
Of course I remember. In the wake of Bajen, they were commissioned to make a device to dissipate miasma, but I believed it was meant for something other than tuberculosis.
This magnificent gizmo disperses an aerosol of disinfectant. First, you load the prototype. Then, there's bottles of solution in the beige cabinet. Best set it on the table while you load it. You can't do it while you're holding it.
I wonder if this will work against chlorine, though considering it was designed for mustard gas.
Next, you wind the prototype up. To prime it, hold this crank here and turn it clockwise.
This Anna Stein wasn't just a medic, she's a natural-born mechanical engineer. What an ingenious device.
Well, Gorski assembled it. Anna took charge of optimizing the chemical composition. By the way, they're a talented team and the military likes them.
And then I just release the contents into the gas?
Correct. Wind up the crank, then release. The gas should dissipate, theoretically. Wind, wind, release, dissipate. Repeat until you reach our resurrectee. Just remember the chlorine will keep coming while our supply of solution is finite. Just try to be as efficient as possible, Chief.
What about the deceased woman? Where is she now and in what state?
The formerly deceased woman, Chief. Before the gas became too thick to see through, she was just sitting on a gurney on the opposite side of the morgue. From there, I know as little as you do. She may have gone back to being deceased.
Or you may have altogether hallucinated her. You inhaled enough by then. But there's only one way to find out. Oh no, the chances are infinitesimal, but if we really are dealing with spontaneous resurrection, and if we lose the patient, I'm going to commit some crime against humanity. The longer I hold the crank, the stronger the effect. Operating range is supposed to be decent. One load is good for need to spend fluid wisely. The morgue corridors is like a maze. Required ingredients are readily available, at least in the Institute. Add the ingredients one by one into the setup and heat it up. Evaporate, residue goes into the prototype, heat, and then open the valves. Should be enough for 20 uses. Before you can use the prototype, you need to load it. Ingredients are in the cabinet, the loading station is on the table. Oh, that's the miasma, I see. Time for Daniil's Crimes Against Humanity! The disinfectant solution consists of 3 ingredients, a stimulant, an anesthetic, and a toxin. I need to put the items into these slots and then press the load button. Toxin from the Institute. For pest control purposes, kept under lock and key, and kept under lock and key behind 7 seals, issued only with a written permit. Stimulant from the Institute. Shortages of stimulants are a persistent issue. Students borrow them to prepare for exams and then forget to return them. Anesthetic from the Institute. Easy access to an endless supply of pharmaceuticals can lead one to addiction. Prototype successfully loaded.
Nostra brevis est, brevi finietur.
Is there really no way to turn subtitles on? Oh well. Hold left click to charge, release when the pendulum stops. Bro, I didn't know you were gonna start up again. That's not cool. I would in fact go so far as to say that that's extremely rude of the miasma. Hey, lady! Is that Grace?
Are you death? You have death's eyes.
Right? The miasma is very inconsiderate. I have the eyes of a man who's just walked through 40 meters of poisonous gas without protective goggles.
At the end of the tunnel, there's a second tunnel.
Can you hear me? Focus on me. Hold on to my voice. Try to stay awake.
At the end of a tunnel, there's a second tunnel? What does that mean?
It means that when you die, there's neither life nor death, but something else entirely. I feel like there's got to be a better way to arrange these cots not to make this a huge maze. You'd think, wouldn't you?
Like a coin falling on its edge?
Or a Mobius strip. You shouldn't concern yourself with such things, though. Can I have my prototype back?
Take it. It spins all boring, clockwise only. Grandpa Simon has clocks that spin every which way. Besides, the train's already dead. Couldn't save it in time.
You understand transplantation. Oh, actually, Grandpa Simon. You mean Simon Kane? I'm here to meet him, actually.
We've only got one grandpa between us.
I've been told that he lives in the Crucible with his family. Can you tell me the shortest route there?
I'm sick of this game. Go away. We're gonna play cat in an old hat. We still have time before the sun sets.
Wait, what about my microscope? I'll trade you another tail for it.
We didn't take your microscope.
Where is it then? If the prototype is my right hand, the microscope is my left. I can't collect data without it.
Dogheads must have taken it. Connor Not King got a deal. All the war spoils get split down the middle. They don't care about hearts, not in any of their many faces. So why would they need another one? What does your microscope do? Is it alive?
A microscope is a kind of metallic pipe fitted with lenses. You use it to look at small objects and make them large and detailed.
Oh, a kaleidoscope! To look at the colourful town! You can do it like Capella?
You know the word kaleidoscope?
Oh, and defenestration. Mr. Marek used it one Foreman or Yoon threw Uncle Rowan out a window.
So, as it stands, you passed my belongings along to some other gang, and I need to go to them to get my microscope back. Am I right?
Khan must have given it to Capella as a gift. Are you stupid? She hates kaleidoscopes after what happened to that stained glass. No, Khan wouldn't have given it to her. If it's something that changes things when you look through it, though, you must have given it to Grandpa Simon. Grandpa Simon loves things like that. Khan wouldn't give it to anyone, not before he took a look at it himself, or after either. But if he's honest, even if he's wicked, he'd give it back to the owner if you find him in town. He'll deal fair.
Where can I find him?
Well, if they brought your micro kaleidoscope into the polyhedron, you won't see it again. No use looking in there. Try the stairways to heaven. The dogheads like them. They think they look like the polyhedron. There's one right here, in the mall.
Defenestration is 100% a word children should know. They'd love it. Absolutely. You know, after this conversation with its Capella's Khan's polyhedrons, I'm starting to see the shape of the world you live in. Sounds complicated, but can't be any worse than human anatomy, can it? Got the prototype. In the capital, it seemed like an amusing trinket, but I'd hate to lose a unique invention, especially one so dear to Playton. The second tool was stolen by a different gang of children. I'll have to search the town for it, not the guided tour I'd hoped for. Follow the scent. Worm!
Any baby sheep. Any baby sheep.
Orbis meabilium plenus est.
Go away, snake man. You've got sharp heels.
Some kids ran through here with my belongings. Did you see them? I am tempted to say, what's with your face? Why do you look like that?
We gaze at the earth. Do not pull us away from the earth.
Then I shall not presume to divert your attention any further. Lumpy Man! I've heard of an elephant man. Is this the worm man, then? I've only seen such a poor, disfigured creatures in an anatomical theater. Anatomical. Holy mother of smokes! Corpses always attract the same kind of swarm. Gawkers. Oh wait, what did Worm say? What's wrong with him? Is this a costume or disfigurement? He smells of rotting soil. Holy mother of smokes!
Jacob Stark, Garrick, and what was his name?
Bertrand. Such a harmless fellow he was. Never hurt a fly in this life, and the Ripper slashed him to ribbons like the rest of them anyway. The brute. We must give these unfortunate souls the proper burial they deserve, and then find the Ripper and give him a burial befitting a beast. Kulike, Unud, do not act rashly. Give Kirik to me. I'll pay you back, in kind, in herbs, in blood.
I don't mean to alarm you, but you have holes in your dress the size of another dress.
Are you crazy? Why are you looking at her? Why are you even speaking to her? Begone, witch! Buyante, do not speak to me, stranger.
I have come begging for food to give Suak, begging for tears to give Mother Bodo. I speak to the blood of Udurg, of our town. You are not our blood. My eyes do not see you, stranger. My ears do not hear you. Suak, Mother Bodo, Udurg. Before you ask, no, I don't need to write down new words. I have an excellent memory.
the Rippers come to town. The father killer, Burach, he always was a wild one, and then Mara Shabnak lay with him in the steppe and whispered things into his ear to make him water the earth with blood. As soon as he got off the train, he went on his murder spree. He killed Jacob Sturck, he killed Kirik, he killed the harmless birdie. He's a monster.
I thought I had come alone. Or almost alone, but I definitely don't recall a mad ripper on the train with me.
He arrived on the freight train and took the back door like a thief in the night.
That freight train was bringing medicine, sweets, and coffins. So the Ripper must have hid away in a coffin, or else Shabnak would have torn him apart in the steppe.
You just said that the Shabnak copulated with him, but now that he's hiding from her in a coffin? Only 2 sentences into this conversation, and I already want to shoot myself.
Uyatane, hear me out, Lord of Mayudurg. Suak sings of a fierceness, a sharpness, inside the one you call Kirik. Give his body to me. He is dead to you anyway. You will bury him, and he will rot away until nothing is left. I will bury him, and Suak will eat him, and drink his savagery and his sting, and sing in Ubene Dun, in herb song, in gratitude.
She'll give us twire, and then we'll brew lots of twire wine. She'll give us twire, and we'll brew us lots of twirine.
She will give us Ashen Swish, the harshest of the herbs. Be Keleneb, Ashen Swish is a cruel herb, a bad herb. It thrives on blood and spite. Suak sings that we will need plenty of swish soon. Yours is a burial into emptiness, but mine is a burial into Suak's womb. I am at your feet, Hein Kunud. Good people, give me the one you call Kirik.
Should we give her the body? Maybe. He doesn't seem to have any family, and without them in the picture, I guess it doesn't matter if we bury him or the kin do. Who knows? Suppose we do get a great crop of twire.
I was under the impression that who buries who actually matters quite a lot in traditional cultures.
But they're not just going to bury him. They'll desecrate him until not even Shabnak can recognize what's left. That's what you're going to do, isn't it? Isn't it, step girl? Say it, and don't you dare try to lie to us. I am at your feet, Haikunud. Good people. I promise there will be no desecration. We will take his name so it holds his sharpness no longer, and we will lower him into Suhak's womb. Everyone will forget him, forget the wicked murderer Kirik, and only Ashen Swish will remain. I knew there was a catch. Wicked or not, you can't just bury a person without their name. Everyone has the right to be remembered, if nothing else.
But he really was a wicked man. The rare time someone remembers him at all, they never have anything good to say. Perhaps it's for the best if everybody forgets him.
What an ethnographic goldmine you've got here. It's a shame I'm not an anthropologist.
Let's hand over the body. I'd rather avoid a falling out with the kin. It'll only lead to more trouble down the line.
What do you think, stranger? You certainly look important. Maybe you have some brains to back it up.
I don't care, one way or the other. I don't see why we wouldn't give it to the kin, honestly. Once a person dies, their body is no more than a collection of molecules and tissues. Any opportunity to put it to some use is a stroke of fortune. Corpus non est templum.
Thank you, stranger by Allah. Death came to this town today. Such great death, the likes of which has never been seen before. Today will be a fearsome day. Tomorrow, even more so. And on the third day, fear itself will die. And without Ashen Swish, we will die too.
Daniil, someone should study you people under a microscope. Not me, though. I have better things to do. That really is his fucking attitude of, you all are freaks and people should examine you. Not me, though. I have to say that all these prophecies are making me uneasy. Ripper. A murderer came to town alongside me. Luckily, I'm prepared to fight death in all its guises. Golem of Bones. The locals believe in a Shabnak, a murderous step golem in the guise of a woman. It's like I've stepped out of time, not just traveled far from home. I can't get over holy mother of smokes. Ma'am, I don't mean to alarm you, but you have holes in your dress the size of another dress. Can never have too many coffins. Birdies, birdies, gather ye here round the marble nest. They're imported here. Why? I suppose there aren't that many natural trees in the steppe. As you open the coffin, a crimson river flows at you. Boots. Oh.
Talk's cheap, so what you reap.
Would you look at that? A customer. Keep walking, customer. This shop's appointment only, and I don't recall your name on the list.
From a distance, they looked just like coffins.
What did?
Just the coffins. I couldn't believe there were so many. I thought I was dreaming.
There can never be too many coffins.
Quit trying to scare us. Better yet, have a look.
We've got plenty of shops in town, but our warehouse keeper here can get it for you wholesale. Just look at these boots he snagged. Scarlet. I'd expect a romantic soul like yours to be more interested in the Scarlet Pimpernel than the Scarlet Boots. Oh, gross. What am I, an herb bride? They run around naked, trampling the grass and flowers. I want to run around in something pretty. Like boots? From a coffin? Oh, Grief does have a little gray, huh? I don't know if he did in 2.
A coffin's the best when you need a chest. Checkpoint guard won't dare open it up out of respect. It's inhumane. Meanwhile, it's overflowing with 100 pairs of Scarlet Saffiano leather boots, tax and duty free.
Saffiano leather? Those are bog standard military issue boots that have been dyed wrong.
You a tax inspector?
I can't imagine a duller job.
Keep your nose out of other people's coffins then. When someone goes in, who knows what happens? Maybe they never died. Maybe they never existed at all.
Of course. If I start poking around coffins, how will you exploit the public's fear of death for your smuggling operation? I don't think he did. I don't know how much of it is just updated texture models, though, and things like that. The town thrives on imports, so here the warehouse keeper is king. He says the contents of coffins are not always what they seem. I wonder. What? Where am I? Where'd I go? Oh, a little zone transition thingy. Okay. Wow! The mind is affected by interactions with specific objects. They are easy to spot if you enter Q, concentration mode. I hate filth, garbage, decay, but sterile operating rooms no longer give me answers.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
Kick that dumpster, dumbass. Children have rats, adults have bulls. Though I've read about these little marmots, step carriers of contagion. Dignitaries fear assassination attempts. In the capital, they block roads for ministers, while a patient dies in the sanitary motor. Strong, foul, stinking tobacco, while in the capital, decadents smoke belladonna. Why are you being a weird creep about this, man? I'd like to study them. So this bloating is a common condition here. Truly astonishing phenomena can still be found in remote corners of our country. Boha, my good little bull, blunt-mouthed, broad-browed, please forgive us.
You're silly, Erze. You always have been. He's returning to Bosturak, to Bodo. We are leading him into the bosom of his mother and father. Why are you asking him for forgiveness? Because Bosturak is dead, Aina. The little bull's whole life, he didn't know what the most beautiful creature, this immortal Bosturak, was waiting for him. And now that he knows Bosturak is dead, Boha will find his father's silent corpse. How can we not pity him?
I thought there was some kind of festival happening in town, but you're just talking about death.
It's a funeral, Karikun. Bosturak, the father of all Katangi, people and bulls, has died. We ask Suak to bring him back. You're the silly one, Aina. Suak didn't eat Bosturak. How could she? He's bigger than her, stronger than her. The immortal can't be killed. He chooses death himself. We ask Bosturak to change his mind and come back to our children.
Well, actually, some animals, like lobsters, don't undergo natural aging and death, but they still can be killed by external forces.
Bosturak is not an animal. Bosturak is the father of all Katangi people and bulls. How can I explain? We herb brides walk barefoot so that we can always hear his heart. Tonight it stopped beating. His children are afraid without their father, so we ask him to respond. But I feel he has died. A fang or claw was thrust into him. I feel the wound bleeding. Rust has soaked into him. I feel the rot squelching underfoot.
Quiet, both of you. You know nothing. Bosturak can die only from gloom. We will cheer him up, feed him, and show him our joy. We will bring the last aurochs to his bosom. Then he will remember us and return to us. Clearly, your Bosturak is a mythologem, but it must have some basis. I wonder what. Mother Bodo is a blind, loving mother, the warmth of the earth. I feel like Danielle is the kind of person that needs an actually tally. Yeah, I have a feeling that is not going to be the last time I say, well, actually.
Mother Bodo is a blind, loving mother, the warmth of the earth. But Bosturak not only bore us, he watched over us. We lived under his watch. Now the town is without a beholder. Azagalag Kun. We're all blind worms now.
Mugar, bad. A worm is a worm. A human is a human. A human is meant to see, to build.
Look around, beholder. What do you see? That Simon Kane's immortality will most likely turn out to be superstitious nonsense, too.
You haven't looked closely. Go further, see our celebration, look at the last aurochs. What do you see in all of this? Tell Guga afterwards. An oryx is a big bull, right? I'll look whether I want to or not. Such beautiful movements. Fear mixed with curiosity. Townsfolk aren't used to such spectacles. Whoa! Okay. My eyes touch you, beholder. That's plausible, anatomically speaking, but psychologically that will traumatize me for the next decade. What did you see, beholder? I saw rot and plague miasma spreading from a carcass, and a sanitation squad burning it with fire. That was tomorrow. That will be yesterday. That box syphilis. This was from hat jumps. That makes about as much sense. Thank you for your vision, beholder. You see more widely than others. We will remember this. If you see something else unexpected, don't be afraid. It's just the eyes adjusting to our current place in time. Keep moving forward. Literae non dant panem, sed aperiunt mundum. Clara claims supernatural powers, but it turns out it's the overlogical scientist who can see the future. Well, fuck me, dude. Ma'am, it's shit. It's really bad. Brother. Perfectly healthy children. What devilry am I imagining? Oh, wait. I missed two things to look at. They're performing a dance of death or something of the sort. Even this backwater has a theater. Death, where is thy cloak? I'm simply adjusting to the climate. I just imagine... Why is she drawing my thoughts? Those are your thoughts, Dankowski?
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
An unbearably melancholy drawn-out creak. We jest, but the anguish keeps growing.
As if things are animated.
Oh, god damn it.
You think escaping one's fate is as easy as fleeing one's purpose.
Ah, there you are. Finally, I thought you'd forgotten our agreement. I hope you're ready. Have you memorized your lines? What lines? I told you, sir, we cannot trust this fool. He is not fit to be our leading man. He stands and stares, forgets his lines, I know, of other men who better play their parts. Wait, is this really the guy? Looks about the same, but the outfit's all wrong. Did our guy wear a coat? This costume's more suited to an antagonist. Funny, fashion advice from a man in a bird suit. Looked in a mirror lately. What delightful cheek. Never have I seen such arrogance all in one person. Sir, you are just what the doctor ordered. I am Mark Immortal, director of the local theater. Pleased to meet you. And you are... Daniil Dankovsky, doctor. Just arrived from the capital. Magnifico! You see, the actor we've been waiting an eternity for has decided to sabotage the rehearsal. You would do us a massive, titanic favor by replacing him, even if just for a little while. I don't have time for this. A shame. Truly, our troupe just lost our primo uomo. The lead exits the stage and we must carry on without him. Rideau. I say again, he is no leading man. He is unfit to even play a villain. At best, a background player, a body standing there to fill the stage. It is the step healer's son who ought to take the role, or that young girl who crawled out of her grave. They have such pathos and such verb. What does this one have? A coat. The theater is outmoded, soon to be replaced by cinema, and good riddance too. Also, invest in these NFTs and crypto. Oh no, the big city immersive theater and fourth wall breaking gimmicks infiltrated this place as well. One aspect of progress I'd hoped to escape. Dick. The town is decorated with red paint. It seems the natives solve their problems through smoking. The smell of local herbs is overwhelming. Dirty lungs, clear head. I found what looks like a stairway leading towards the heavens. How does it stay upright? I hope the children who stole my microscope are there.
If you could travel through time, would you go to the future or the past?
A future so distant that not even someone with my vivid imagination could fathom it.
Grandpa Simon used to say that the days are like hopscotch. Usually they go one after the other, but sometimes there's two side by side, and sometimes you have to jump backwards.
Did you steal my microscope? That device with the shiny tube?
I did, yeah, but I gave it to Phil. He's over there on the stairway.
Do you mind if I go up?
Sure. But if it falls, I won't be the one nursing you back to health.
Medice curate ipsum. Daniil just doesn't gel with our brand of insanity. All he has is a coat. And condescension.
Well, what is it? Can you see the future? Let me look too. Gimme. Wait your turn, Pipsqueak. Just let me take one look and I'll give it back. Yeah, it's just a bunch of bugs and little hairs. Doesn't look like much of a future.
Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to double click that. Oops.
Yeah, but an animal might see further, though.
Good news, the microscope has been found. Bad news, it's being mauled by a pack of wild dogs. Oh, the horror.
Oh, it's you. Hey, your thingamajig's busted. Doesn't show anything, just some bugs and weird little hairs. Maybe that is the future. Like in many, many years, nothing will remain of us on Earth but bugs and hair. It's very sad if you think about it.
Didn't any of you kids go to school? Do you not know how a microscope works? Does this town even have a school?
See all those different glass pieces inside? Glass like this shows the future when you look through it. Everyone knows that. Grandpa Simon used to love making all sorts of things with glass. I've seen only thingamajigs like this at his place. Why'd you steal from Grandpa Simon, you bastard? That's why we stole it back from you. It's called justice.
That's my microscope. I brought it with me from the capital, and you stole it from my luggage. That's called theft.
What do you know? What, you don't know, mister? He doesn't know. Spit it out, you monster. Where did you get this thingamajig from? What did you do to Simon? It wasn't you, was it? It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I was on my way to go visit Simon, and I'd already be there if it weren't for you. Please give me back the microscope. It's a very delicate instrument. Give it back, give it back. Will you stop whining? If you want it back so bad, what will you give us for it? Just give him back that thingamajig and let him go on his merry way. It's broken anyhow. Can't see any future at all. No. Grandpa Simon taught us what doesn't take effort doesn't deserve effort. If we just give him back the thingamajiggy, there's no effort in that. I can give you a cuff on the head for it. Will that be enough effort?
Damn, I went away for dinner and come back to Anthrocon. Yep. I have a pocket watch on a chain, and it definitely shows the future. Let's make a deal.
Come on, let's see it. Oh, how nice! And how does it show the future?
With this, you always know what time it is, so you know what time it will be in an hour or 2 or even 3, which means you know the future.
Oh, you're clever, mister. All right, give us your watch. But show us how your thingamajig works, will you? We're so curious.
Hold on, I need to check if it's broken first. You might have been using it to hammer nails. To trade an item, I need to put it into the barter slot. If I want something, I need to give something in return. I can do this by putting items in my cells on the inventory side. People won't agree to a trade if I offer items less valuable than whatever I'm asking for. Yeah, I've played a video game before, dude. You know what, kid? I'll give you a beetle for it instead. However, what we are going to do in the interim is take a 3-minute advertisement break while we sit on this trade screen. Well, okay. I didn't mean to do that. But, in order to keep pre-roll ads off, we do mid-roll ads, so I will see y'all in 3 minutes, and we will resume then. These fucking dog heads. I don't trust them. God, you really can make Daniil a absolute prick, and I'm gonna, and have been. If I have the option to actually someone, I think I'm gonna. I hope you are all doing well on this Wednesday afternoon. I think I want to take a fucking nap. Honestly, if anything, the children warning is more accurate in this game. These children are much worse to Daniil than they were to Artemy. So as far as I am understanding it, Myth, every version of this game is a different retelling, basically, of the same set of 12 days. So this is not a direct sequel. The events of Pathologic 2 haven't happened yet. The events will always happen in kind of styles of the same way. People get here, like Artemis shows up and kills 3 guys. That always happens. Daniil shows up to see Simon Kane, and Simon Kane is always dead. Just that kind of thing. And then, like, on day 2, the plague hits. On day... I don't remember what the actual days were. But it is a new take on it every time. They do seem to be connected. Like, it does seem to be deeper than that, but I don't fully grasp the entirety of it. Kinda, yeah. And we're back. Phil, give me my microscope. I will give you a beetle. Duh, we're back. Brother, just write smaller. Fuck.
I think you ought to reread your own early work, Chief. Assuming you wrote them yourself.
Please hold on a little longer. Even after the inhalation therapy, the swelling won't go down immediately. Chief, finally, where have you been?
I assume you mean Pathologic 4, Annie Danny. 5, I see. 4 is the Clara one. 5 is the one where you play the SimCity game.
Chief, finally, where have you been? The woman you rescued from the morgue is conscious, but she might not stay that way. She's still very weak. The burden of leadership, you owe something to everyone, and everyone will find you at fault. It's good to see you too, Sir Fema. Step aside with me for a moment, Chief. I checked the morgue records. A body matching her description was declared dead last night. It could be a coroner's oversight or a bureaucratic error. People make mistakes all the time. This doesn't prove anything. I'm not claiming it does, but imagine for a second. No. Let's stick to the facts. I spoke to the orderly on duty last night. He also confirms that our subject showed no signs of life, and Playton himself was there when she woke up. When I reached the woman through the poisonous fog, she herself insisted that she had died. It's not proof, but she must have had some reason to think it. We can't miss this opportunity. Unfortunately, the subject is having trouble speaking. All that time in the gas has weakened her voice. I've rinsed her mucous membranes and performed inhalation therapy, but you understand, I can't conduct an extensive interview. Shame. A first-hand account could point us in the right direction, but there's always a physical examination, or taking a sample, or an examination of her personal belongings. She came into the morgue with some items, though I haven't had a chance to go through them myself. I left them on the table by the back entrance. Will you take a look, Chief? Perhaps there's a clue. Ma'am, would you allow us to examine your things?
Okay. Hello. Do you remember me? I'm Bachelor of Medicine Danil Dankovsky, head of the Thanatica Laboratory. Last night I saved you from the site of a serious gas leak. Man with death's eyes. Salutations from Texas. Pegasus Batspider, welcome in from Texas. That's not where you're usually at. That's a new place. Thanks for dropping by all the same. Let's not wax poetic. My assistant provided you first aid. I hope you're feeling better. But now we need to understand more about your condition. I died. Tunnel after tunnel. Allow me to take a blood sample. Perhaps a microscope can give us some clarity. A disease affects various bodily symptoms. The microscope helps identify which organ is infected. Tissue samples are placed on glass slides. An assistant ensures that slides are sufficiently supplied. Microsoft slides left 100. I can study the collected samples under the microscope. Oh, your whole department got a party and you got an award. Congratulations! It's nice to get recognition like that. To perform the test, I need reagents. The doctor themselves is in charge of their supply. By adjusting the magnification, W&S, I need to find red bacteria in the sample. Scroll wheel adjusts the focus. It'll help me see bacteria better. The lifespan of a culture is limited. I must act quickly. A dead sample is useless. Oh. That's what I need. I need you. Organ is affected. A pathogen has been found. Breathing is a bit easier, but talking is still difficult. You can stay quiet for now. I just need to examine you. The skin here is seriously damaged. I suspect it's due to her contact with the gas, likely the same for her red eyes and mucosal burns. Pale and gaunt, looks exhausted. It's no wonder her blood sample points to leukemia. What's this? Bruising, redness, a rough injection? Seems like she had an allergic reaction. It's the same image. What the hell? Bruising from repeated injections? The consequence of attempted resurrection? Or the result of trying to cure leukemia? Mucosal burns. What's this? No, okay. That's the same thing. Alrighty. Now let's go look at your shit. Our Lazarus's personal effects from the morgue. Morphine tourniquet. Chronic morphine addict or suffered from severe pain? Herbs, not a bouquet, look medicinal. Self-medication with folk remedies? 2 rings, obviously a pair. One would be too big for her. A husband left and took off the wedding ring? Papers. They look official. The description is of the treatment. Vague. Something about novel drugs. Together with the examination and the tests, the picture is more or less complete. Our miraculously resurrected woman has late-stage leukemia and injection marks on her body. Apparent death. Reaction to experimental drug. Lab got scared, didn't sort it out. Weakened system couldn't handle the heavy dose of medication. Seraphima waits and our subject needs rest. Time to come up with a diagnosis, even if it is preliminary.
It's not love of living that drives us to overcome death.
So, Chief, have you shed any light on the case? I'm loath to jump to conclusions, but
Could Thanatica have discovered some genuine phenomena? She was on trial for a new drug. I'm not sure our colleagues will disclose their experiment, but I'd guess anaphylaxis. An acute allergic reaction, and you end up in the morgue. I suppose so. But how do we explain the most astonishing part, the resurrection? Why did a gas leak revive the subject? Did you see the bruised injection site? Adrenaline. Someone tried to restart her heart with a too small dose. The gas leaked and the body released the adrenaline it was missing. So you think it was a mistake? The subject ended up in the morgue due to negligence. She wasn't actually dead yet, and by coincidence an unaccounted for factor revived her. I'm afraid so. I admit I was hopeful as well, but no. Once again, no breakthrough for the Thanatica.
Does that mean she wasn't dead after all?
And all the others we try to find too. As of right now, spontaneous resurrection appears to be nothing but fiction.
Then what's your microscope even for? Doesn't show the future, doesn't rate the dead. It's just a toy, really.
A breakthrough can't happen in one single moment. It takes a sustained effort. Every step feels small at first, but we'll learn to resurrect the dead one day.
Alright. If we can't see the future in that glass, then we're off. We got important things to do, after all.
As do I. I'll leave my things at my temporary lodgings and then head to the Crucible to see Simon. One doesn't need mysticism to see the world through a different lens. Wonders live on your fingernails, as Seraphimus says. I've overcome this town's first hurdle. If I keep my momentum, my trip won't last long. Won't take long. Do you have anything else to trade? No, you've got the beetle.
Enough. Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids stealing your microscope is an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime we sat down to discuss 2 hours ago.
Who's that big man? Inspector of the Special Committee. He was sent to investigate the case of my criminal negligence. Supposedly, I didn't save a town in the east of our country where a plague broke out. I didn't even try, apparently. He's luring me into a trap. His folder is full of intentionally false data. He is not interested in the truth, but rather the downfall of Bachelor Dankovsky. He is my enemy.
Where do you think we are right now?
Enough. Why are you drowning me in details, Bachelor? Street kids stealing your microscope is an amusing anecdote, but it's not the crime we sat down to discuss 2 hours ago. 2 hours and 15 minutes ago, to be precise. To be exact. Focus. I'm only interested in what's important. How am I supposed to know, Inspector, what you deem important and what you don't? You know what I especially dislike. When an obviously intelligent man feigns foolishness to derail an investigation. I'm offended and embarrassed for you. We both know you're not a fool. Stop wasting my time and your own. I just want to recount everything in order, from beginning to end. The beginning doesn't interest me. My concern is the ending, the result, the finale. As for your backstory, your genesis, all of that is the case file. Shall we review it? I'm familiar with my own biography. Yes, please. I'm quite curious as to what it contains. Let's see, where was it? Ah, yes, the ministerial inspection of your lab, Thanatica, began in early September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to a backwater town to bring back what might be described as a person with unique longevity, or at the very least the results of his medical evaluation. Let's set your fantasies aside for a moment. The important part is that you fled from the investigation. And this town had an outbreak of some fever that the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it,
You were the only medical professional on site. Accurate so far?
Well, not inaccurate. The devil's in the details. You appear to be setting a trap. Patho 3 being from Daniil's point of view, putting his unreliable narrator on blast as he recounts it. Yeah, this is an interesting pivot.
On the third day, the town's leaders gathered in the town hall to form an emergency command to fight the epidemic. And what was Daniil Dankovsky, who was, I repeat, the only qualified specialist in town, doing that day? What's that? Your lip is trembling. Did I unsettle you?
Your tricks won't work on me.
You're right to feel ashamed. Instead of fulfilling your Hippocratic oath and leading the fight against the plague, you were engaged in what? Come on, don't look at the table. My eyes are up here.
I'm not looking down out of shame. I'm simply amazed at your informant's sloppy work.
On the fourth day, the town lost its water supply. They required a hospital, but the one person who could set it up... what was he doing? Tell me, Dankovsky, where did you spend the fourth and fifth days?
In a jail cell. That's what your papers say, right?
Come the evening of the fourth day, the doctor from the capital attempted to flee the dying town on a cargo train like a rat. He was caught and jailed, and there he remained as the plague ravaged the town. I admit I find even the act of reading about it repugnant.
I won't lie. I considered escape. Escape, not flight. Venetica was in the process of being destroyed back in the capital.
You considered escape to avoid facing a painful truth.
When I came to town, I found that Simon Kane, the immortal man on whom I'd pinned all my hopes, was dead. He died under mysterious circumstances a few hours before my arrival.
But when the epidemic began, you could have saved others. You're a doctor. You swore an oath. Why did you abandon the ordinary townsfolk?
Simon Kane's nature, the mystery of his immortality and death, that is the most important thing that happened in this little town. And to me, but I can't just relay it to you. To understand, one must immerse themselves in the details, take in the full picture.
Simon Kane's death is the primary concern, not the deaths of tens of thousands, but one fantastical old man. Oh my, Bachelor, oh my.
No, you're twisting it. You're rewriting the past.
Where did I lie exactly? Point it out.
Everywhere. About emergency command, the escape, the hospital. The only thing you got right was the reason I came to town in the first place.
Let me tell you. Then tell me your version of events. How did it all happen? No tricks. Leave aside your stories of children and microscopes. I'm tired of repeating myself. I'm interested in the ending, not the beginning.
You don't seem to be interested in the truth. You don't seem to be interested in the truth. Rather, you revel in the opportunity to flex your power over me.
You will recount everything in whatever order I tell you to. On the sixth day, the plague destroyed the town. So if you would be so kind, explain to me, what were you doing on the fifth day? Were you really so indifferent to the plights of the people around you?
The town couldn't have perished on the sixth day. I was there for 12. There's an error in your report.
You disappoint me, Bachelor. I'll ask again. On the fifth day in town, what were you doing?
The fifth day. Let me think. I love arguing with myself. Seems bad. Ooh. That's a good title drop. Oh, yeah, I loved the shift back and forth, swapping between being the investigator and being Daniil. That's very Kentucky root of them, I feel. The shift in who you are speaking in the course of the same conversation. You doing okay, Daniil? Day 5, in which the Bachelor will grab the only remaining thread that may lead to Simon Kane. The title is sick as fuck, right? I'm never leaving this place. They trapped me in this bloody town. Now I'm trapped in a jail cell. Riddle me this. What place has an entrance but no exit? This ill-fated town. This triple-accursed town is sapping your resolve by the minute. Is it the local herbs blooming, or have you finally cracked, Dankovsky? Will it always be like this? I can combat apathy. Stimulants, coffee, tobacco. In mania, you're sharp and fierce. Hey, you out there! Let me out already! Apathy and indifference are constantly rising. To move faster, fight apathy by increasing mania. I don't intend to get old, I said.
The children no longer remember me.
Capella. Victoria Olgimskaya, daughter of Fat Vlad Olgimsky, local magnate and master of the town's industry, blood of his blood. Local kids named her Capella for her ability to point out the celestial map in the night sky. I heard she holds some inexplicable power over the town, but I dismissed it. That was a mistake.
God saves the moon from the wolves.
Out! Out, living soul! You keep me caged like a dog all night, and now you acknowledge that I have a soul? Who are you? I am a mistress. Well, a future mistress. But I think you'll agree that the future and past are relative concepts. Mistress of what? Ceremonies, puppets, the Copper Mountain? You're funny. The mistress of this town, I suppose. But I'm not here to talk about myself. Why don't you instead tell me how you're feeling? I don't have the plague, if that's what you mean. I can see that. You can step out of the cage. Just like that? Just like that. When you go up the stairs, you'll understand why. But first, I need to know one more thing. Why did you come to our town? I researched the nature of death. I was told you have an immortal man among you, Simon Kane. But when I got here, he was dead. So what are you going to do now? I have been trapped inside this box, but I know what's outside. An outbreak, death. And death, even in the guise of a mundane germ, is my enemy. Therefore, I'll do my job. You're a brave man. But perhaps it's all connected. Immortality and a deadly disease? That is possible. You know, Bachelor, my father envied Simon, and Maria Kane will always be my enemy, so there's no love lost between our families. And yet, I must help you. I don't want to. I must. Otherwise, the town will suffer. That's why I came here early and waited 4 hours until you decided to wake up. You could have knocked on the door yourself.
I know where to find the last person who saw Simon alive. His name is Stock Reuben.
His apprentice?
He's a doctor. He has a hideout in the warehouses. Look for him there.
How do you know where his hideout is? The way you say it, it doesn't sound like much of a secret. I've been trapped inside this heart-shaped box!
I'm not just a mistress. I am Vlad Olgimski's daughter. My father owns half the houses and very nearly all the people in town, and the warehouses, and the ground under this jail.
Fine. I'm in no position to turn this down.
But you won't be able to go there right now. While I was waiting for you, something bad happened.
Something bad?
When you go up those steps, you'll see. Mother said that a true mistress stands out by her timing. And here I am. Right place. But too late. Maybe I'll never become a true mistress.
What's up there anyway? The Dr. Stanislav Rubin might know something about Simon Kane's life and death. If only I could reach him. Shouldn't have wasted time dwelling on it. All is lost. I failed at everything I tried to do. The man who last saw Simon Kane hides somewhere in the warehouses. Hi. Alexander Saburov, guardian of the town. The Saburovs are the load-bearing bones of this town. Hard, dry, colorless compared to the other two ruling families. Order rested upon them. When I arrived, Governor Saburov pinned all his hopes on me and hated me for it. He thought the star from the capital would show the Kanes and Olgimskis how dangerous overreaching ambitions could be. Alas, that star proved to be another dreamer.
I do have an heir. Our town.
Dankovsky. Before you ask, I allowed the girl in. She is Olgimski's daughter, and she interceded on your behalf. But even if she hadn't, I wouldn't have kept you here. You threw me behind bars yesterday, and today you're already setting me free. What a mercurial tyrant you are. What were you detained for? You know perfectly well, Governor Saburov, why you ask. You committed the most heinous crime a doctor can commit. You tried to abandon your patients, to flee the town and save your sorry hide. Right as we speak, my real patient, Thanatica, is being murdered in the capital. My life's work is being destroyed. This town is my life's work, and it's dying because all the doctors betrayed it. Cowards and scoundrels, all of them. And yet, as Katerina would put it, the logic of inevitability is stronger, and the town has paid you back. Call it irony if you like. You have no idea what I'm at risk of losing, what I am losing already. Whatever happened yesterday is beyond reach. Today, the plague has reached the backbone. Behind the thin walls of this building, death rages. We've boarded up the doors and windows, but the plague fumes are seeping in. You and I, we have mere hours left. And now we are both trapped. Is it not ironic? He who digs holes is liable to fall in them, is all I'll say. There have been cases of criminals surviving the sacking of a besieged city and prisons. A prison is also a fortress, but our fortress lacks food and water. Outside, we are presumed dead. Know this, Dankovsky, I wanted to punish your cowardice, that much is true, but I did not want you dead. I am sorry.
Lucky for me, I don't plan on dying.
2 days ago, a decree was issued declaring all people in infected districts to be presumed dead, not to be rescued unless they call for help with signal bonfires. A folly. Without a protective suit, you can't venture into the miasma, let alone light the fires. So, officially, you and I are dead. A decree was issued, you say, by whoever wields that power, right? Tell it to me straight. You issued an inhumane rule, never expecting to be its victim. I did not issue that decree. Nor did you, though everyone pinned their hopes on you at first. You have no moral right to condemn the decisions of those who at least tried to act. Fine. I'll deal with this later. But for us to be let out, someone has to venture outside, right? I'm ready to volunteer. The miasma already seeps into the rooms of the town hall, and you want me to open our front door? No. Our only chance is to barricade ourselves inside and pray for a miracle. I have a device. A prototype. It disperses miasma. With it, I can go through the infected district. A device? Yes, the one you confiscated along with all my belongings, including medicine, by the way. No. Your gadgets from the capital are just as unreliable as you. I won't unlock the main entrance, risking contamination of the town hall just because of your novelty lighter. And your alternate proposal is... We bide our time and hope for the best. Katerina wouldn't be scared. A brilliant plan. Thanks, but no thanks. I'd rather do something. You said the plague is already in the town hall? Where? In the far room. We've locked it already. Give me the prototype back. I'll clear the contamination in the far room and prove to you that the device works. Fine. Your device should be in the main hall. Confiscated items are also there on the counter. No one has disturbed them. Take them. After that, they'll unlock the far room for you, but if you fail to clear that miasma there, you won't be let out. Just hope your goons didn't break anything of mine. Your goons! Let's see what happened on day 4. Goes outside, gets smacked in the face by a plague cloud. Ah, fuck! I feel sorry for this town, but it's doomed. My life's work is more important than me, and more important than a tiny step settlement. The final preparations for the escape are complete. At the station, I'll have time to jump into the last car. I can already see the train on the tracks, all ready to depart. Bad grief didn't cheat me. Damnation, the car is filled with plague corpses. It's a trap! Out! Out! Common patrolman grabbed me and threw me behind bars. I'll get out of here yet. They'll see. Looks like I'm spending the night in the prison cells. Oh well. Tomorrow they'll learn who they're dealing with. And that's where we started. The district is infected. People have barricaded themselves in the town hall, but the miasma is already seeping in. Think, Dankovsky, think!
I'm begging you, tell them to open the doors. Everything's locked. We're trapped in here.
Are you out of your mind? Use your head. Do you think they locked the doors for fun? Have you seen what's out there? It's like the last days of Sodom and Mara Shabnak walks on her clay legs.
My friend stuck outside. We were together. I managed to slip inside, but he...
What's going on outside? He's a goner. Forget it. Your friend's gone. Whole district's doomed. There's plague fumes everywhere. No air to breathe. We're doomed too. Simple as that. Quit spreading panic. Explain what's going on calmly, if you please.
Where have you been the past few days? Under a rock?
Town's under quarantine, and quarantine dictates that infected districts are sealed off. That's how we got here. Whoever came up with the quarantine rules is a real idiot. They've locked themselves in the town hall with that decree. We've cut off from everything. The doors are locked, they've walled us in and left us for dead.
And who is this genius? Who is in charge of the quarantine?
Someone other. Could be anybody at this point. A chicken with its head cut off could do better. Seems like Golgimsky Jr. was calling the shots at first. There was talk of a vaccine, even. Then some big shot started issuing these ridiculous decrees.
Isn't there a doc from the capital here? Isn't he overseeing the emergency command?
I heard that the doctor lost his nerve and tried to skip town.
You said there was a vaccine? Doesn't look like it, judging from the view outside. It's interesting how Daniil views the townsfolk as pawns. Yeah. I think I saw... It's because of that doctor. The big city rat only cares about himself. As soon as there was a whiff of plague, he hit the road.
I feel sorry for him. I understand the fear. I'd run too if I could, but it's too late now. I only regret one thing. Who's gonna water Miss Zoya now?
Who's Miss Zoya?
My poppy plant. My beauty, she just started blooming, bright red flowers, oh so pretty. And now she'll wither, my poor child.
For Artemy, there were different type of birds. Yeah, oh, they were all birds, weren't they? I remember, like, finch and thrush, I think. Yeah, all the randos were named bird names. Old town's on the brink of death, and you're worried about a potted plant.
I feel bad for everyone, but so what? Is it Miss Zoya's fault? I should have watered her when I went outside today. If I don't make it out alive, promise me you'll look after her for me, okay? She needs watering every day, just a little, but it has to be done.
You really think I have nothing better to do than tend to a potted plant? Finch, thrush, dove, yeah. The experimental device can disperse infected air. If I clear the assembly hall, it will be let outside. Surely it can't be worse than a morgue. Vlad the Younger. Vladislav Olgimsky. Vladislav Olgimsky, son of Vladislav Olgimsky, the factory owner. Heir to one of the three ruling families, one could imagine the autonomy he enjoyed living under his father's shadow. He thought his father's power could be gently modernized through reform. He kept up with contemporary thinkers. He put his faith in progress. And as his reward, the dirtiest of tasks fell to him.
You want to have the upper hand, and you need to get your foot in the door. But your head... I'm not quite sure what to do about your head.
What options does the town have when there is no vaccine or cure? When there is neither a hospital nor doctors? Isolation and quarantine are our only tools to slow the plague's spread.
Hold on. Are you the one who issued the... Excuse me. Hold on. Are you the one who issued the decree not to rescue people from the infected districts?
Everyone is saying I acted as Isidore Burak did 5 years ago. They can think what they wish. But they're remembering it wrong. My measures were not so harsh. Isidore Burak sealed off the plague districts with no chance of escape. I at least told the orderlies to keep an eye out for bonfires, to give those trapped behind the cordons a chance.
I understand the logic behind it, but the measures should be granular, not district-wide. And why bonfires? What do they guarantee? An infected man could light one just as well.
It's a primeval belief, one might say. She can't tolerate fire. She's either afraid of it or, in contrast, drawn to it like a moth. I found this symbolic. Please keep in mind our orderlies are simple folk. They need a convincing omen to compel them into the plague fumes. Convincing to them, not you or I.
She can't tolerate fire? You mean the plague?
The sarcasm is unwarranted. The plague feels alive even to me sometimes, let alone the orderlies. If you spent any time with us, you would understand.
And I was just beginning to respect you.
Be that as it may, by the third day we realized the scale of this catastrophe. The town needs saving, and I was ready to propose concrete measures.
And here we are.
I will soon pay with my life for my actions.
More like your father's actions. Surely it was he who placed you in this prestigious position.
I am not a proud man, Dankovsky.
I will soon pay with my life for my actions, as will you for your inaction. I am not a proud man, Dankovsky. 2 days ago, I waited for you at the Emergency Epidemic Committee meeting. If you wished to take matters into your own hands, I would not have stood in your way, but you simply didn't show up. Forgive me. I tend to forget when I'm not there. Grown men cannot even lift a spoon to feed themselves. I let power slip into the hands of those unfit to wield it. The consequences are plain. Is this the assembly hall? Ah, yes. I don't know what I'm looking to blast here. Oh, are we good? I just needed to blast it a few times? Okay.
Yes?
What's that smell? Bile. The prototype uses other reagents as well, but they hardly smell of anything. I'm learning from this playthrough that being an asshole raises your mania less than trying to be diplomatic, and that's hilarious. Being diplomatic with unreasonable people is more frustrating than just telling them to go fuck themselves. Your contraption works. Let's assume as much. Is it enough to traverse the infected district? If it's not enough, I won't be knocking on your door to be let back in. You have my word that I won't endanger you. Fine. Let's assume that too. Listen up. You need to make it to the southern exit of the district. It's guarded by the orderlies. The other exits are either sealed off or being guarded by vigilantes. Best avoid it. By vigilantes, you mean a mob armed with sharp sticks driven mad by fear? Got it. But first you need to light several bonfires. More than one. That's important. Again with the bonfires. I'll just tell the orderlies that there are living people trapped in the district. I'll be standing in front of them as living proof. I've said it already. This is how it's been since the first outbreak 5 years ago. If there are fires burning in an area, that means there are still survivors, still able-bodied and healthy. Only those are worth saving. We were ordered not to bother with small pockets of doomed people. But you're suggesting that I light all these bonfires by myself to deceive your own system? It's not my system. We issued the decree in haste and panic. If I survive, I will overturn it. In other words, you thought you were always going to be on the other side of your cruel decree. I've been permitted to go outside and risk my neck for the ungrateful. Ah, the joys of true freedom. The district is infected and sealed off. I can only leave if I light several bonfires. Chicanery! When an infected district goes dark, it is considered beyond salvation. By Olgimski's decree, everyone inside is dead. 5 bonfires are what's needed to convince the orderly to uncork the district. Not 3, not 4, 5. Get matches from the town hall or from the orderlies near the district. Yo, you got matches? Y'all got matches in here? Saburov, you got matches? Matches?
You. Are you the head of this place? Could you sign this paper for me, please? The death certificate, I mean.
You must have mistaken me for someone else. Something, Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. something, Tim. You must have mistaken me for someone else. I am many things in this place, but certainly not its head.
My brother's dead.
Bad man he was, wicked man. Still, he was family. Now I'm fussing about collecting all the papers, but I'll be frank, I don't have his name in here. I forgot his name, and no one's willing to help me. Well, what? Do you expect me to put my own name in there? I don't know myself how this could happen. It's like it was kicked out of my head. Like there's just a black blot in my mind where my brother's name used to be. And the secretary, he says there were only 2 bodies brought from the station, but how can there only be 2 if Barack knifed 3? It's a mistake. Please tell them you arrived on the same day. Maybe you saw it. I did. An herb bride took your brother's body away. Sorry, that can't be true. For the kin to take a body, someone needs to give them permission. They have a special relationship with bodies. They would never take one without asking. Yes, indeed, it was me. I gave her permission to take the body. You? How could you? What did he ever do to you that you fed him to the kin? I thought you were a doctor and a scientist, and you... Have you no shame? They didn't just take the body, they took his name from all of us, from his family. How on earth am I gonna remember his name now? I remember his name. Something beginning with a K. Huh. I remember the names being on little slips of paper. Local children believe nuts can capture souls after death. They say they're like the polyhedron, whatever that means. They led the town to its demise. As though the issue were played for the plague, or just inexperienced to the point of criminal negligence. If I held the power in this town, I would have wielded it more wisely. Town died! What the hell? Variolation of the population. Immunize townspeople with Olgimski's new remedy to combat the sand pest. Approved. These are like orders that can be issued depending on what day it is that are gonna infect or affect certain things. So on day 3, immunize people with Olgimski's new remedy to combat the sand pest. So that happened. And then lock the gates to the territory to prevent the infection from getting inside. That happened as well. On day 4, barricade the infected districts and don't let anyone else. Daniel's epitaph is absolutely going to read, I was smarter than everyone else. Except for districts where the survivors light fires. Organize mass graves in the area near the rotten fields. Filter all water supplies in the town. On day 5, organize educational readings to inform townspeople of the proper behavior during the plague. Distribute twirine from the Stamatine's pub stocks to the population. And place step amulets in the town to calm the population. That didn't work. There was a critical event on day 5. According to this. And then the town fucking died. And there's 2 lines in contagion and unrest. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think I can do anything with this yet, but I think that's gonna be an interesting little thing to fuck with. Whoa. Yeah, I'll take all my shit. Oh, right. That's all the shit that was confiscated. I forgot they said they put it in things behind the thing. There's a mousetrap in there. Okay, I've got matches now. Okay. So we're looking for those. Where the hell? Okay. Okay. Alright. Fuck out of here. Are you winning? I am neither winning nor losing. We're hopping. We did a big old time skip, and now I'm not fully certain where we're at. Is this another bonfire? I think it is. Yeet. Okay.
Boiling, cracking, screeching, living.
Do I have stamina? Ava, do you have a game that you're going to tonight that I can kick the raid to? Ah, right. I gotta hit Q to see these. 5 bonfires are what's needed. Nah, Myth is running Dagger Hearts. Okay, cool. When you're in a game, it's super... Oh, Foos is playing for the King too? Excellent. All right, I'll probably kick it to Foos then. Anybody who I can throw a raid to if I have the idea. This game is autosaves only. I'm not super surprised to learn that. I'm gonna see if I can hit all the bonfires and hope that that is triggering an autosave. This bull is a local cult. Resembles a bull's head. Madness. Oh! Hi, Dashel. I didn't know you were there, bud. I do appreciate that heads up, though, Alan. Thank you. Now they must let me out of this district. Free me! Orderlies! He does. He also just surprises the shit out of me a lot of the times. Oh, it's pizza time, buddy. Just before the end of the day. What do you think? One last treato for the boy before we go. You know how it is. Hi, bud. I put you here. Will you go from there? Yeah. There he is. Treato for the boyo. Okay. I appreciate a plague that does just growl at you.
I could use some quiet.
He's alive! Boys! There's someone alive here! I'm not the only survivor. There are people trapped in the town hall. They need urgent help. Whoever's trapped in there is dead to us. Governor Sabarov's orders. Sabarov is trapped in there himself, you fool! And who are you? The only qualified doctor in this benighted town. We're only doing our jobs. The decree is simple. No fires, no entry. People can only be saved if the bonfires are lit in the district. Otherwise, it means they're all dead. Open your eyes. The bonfires are lit. Gondor calls for aid. Wait. Really? Let me count them again. 1 fire, 2 fire, 3 fire. 5? Boys, there's survivors in the backbone. Well then, clear the exit of this district. Escort people from fire to fire. Don't deviate from the route. Hurry! And one more thing. At least wrap a rag around your face so that you don't breathe in the miasma. Indeed, we need some kind of protection for the orderlies. It's right terrifying to go in there, but it can't be helped. Orders are orders. And you, a survivor, what are you still standing there for? Get out to the clean district, since you managed to walk all the way here. Yet your orders are a dangerous folly. Light the fires, that's it. You didn't even test me for infection. I suppose we can deal with this later. Boom! The town is merely a sequence of districts, and I am the one to choose that sequence. I can choose a careful route step by step, avoiding the dangerous district, or walk directly to my target. No need to rush. If I change my mind, I can always use Shift to undo my last move, or Z to start over. Story saved. There we go. Perfect. Well, as always, thank you everyone for coming here. I'm enjoying starting this new game. I'm liking not having to panic eat constantly. Or anything in that area. This is a very interesting thing, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, and I'm looking forward to being able to play more of this as time goes on. So, in the interim, however, what is a town but a miserable sequence of districts? But enough talk. To the Thanatica. But yes, as always, thank you for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna rage on over to Fusca, friend of Ava of the show. I've sent y'all over to her a couple of times in the past, playing Divinity, but they are seem to be a variety streamer of a sort, friend of a friend of a friend, and yeah, replace panic eating with kicking trash cans. Fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah, they're absolutely worth your time if you are interested in having a few more folks with you. Or a few more folks being around. Yeah. Either way, once again, thank you all for dropping by, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye. Hey, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to help support me in making more of this, you can follow me on Twitch, where I stream these live. Like, comment, and subscribe. I suspect you all know how this works by now, but it really does help a lot.